Good evening, Arisians, and we are getting back to the Pandemonium raids with Baobao. Finishing up that storyline with her. Hopefully I can get it all done tonight, but we will find out. Wrong spot. I owe you an apology, Baobao. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in the Pandemonium, then I would never have known La Habrea's story, my father's story. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That as well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that is, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus's ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There is another? Well, imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process. Storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Asm was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we will share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or, if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Asm. As well it should. She is pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Every time I teleport, my poor little chocobo falls out of that fountain. Why, if it isn't Baobao! Excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his research was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, Namjiji has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the Aisha scope, in fact. Please, you must come with me. If I must. Huh? That's Pandemonium. What is that? Is it real? Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? And you too. Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it. As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azizla, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We've no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask your assistance at such time our investigation has concluded. I can do that. Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. It wasn't me. This time. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandemonium's pitiless spire's justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What are the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortunault asked, and write that report. As for you, Baobao, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. You're not kidding. 11 of those, 11 of those. 13 of those. Oh, dear. That's embarrassing. Recently, breathed a sigh of relief at your arrival. Ah, Baobao, I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake, after all, and Mr. Fortunault recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Claudian's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of Pandemonium in the ethereal sea. We would do well to meet with him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Aisha scope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. I shall go to my retainer and get rid of a few things. Splash down! Poor little guy. Proceed to the ethereal lens and wait at the destination. That sure is the Pandemonium. It's just hanging right out there in space. I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forgo familiar formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudian, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Azazla. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Etherochemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the professor, he was nowhere to be found. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so his trail was duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere, in the most literal sense. 'Twas almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Further investigation confirmed the expedition party's suspicions. Nigh on an entire sector of Azazla has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported? To where? We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea. Here were its elegant facilities reconstituted as the halls of Pandemonium. To great success, as you can see. So that means Professor Claudian is in there, in that monstrous fortress. That is our leading theory. We are certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into its depths in search of the missing man. Yet before we do, there is another pressing matter. While Pandemonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behavior with the Aishascope and, to our horror, witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped! The Ethereal Sea harbors the souls of the departed. 'Tis the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Precisely. Its safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Baobao. Then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. This memory crystal was recovered from Claudian's airship. Take it with you. It may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandemonium. I'll take that. Without Themis, there will be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are you certain you'll be alright? Themis isn't the only one who can summon our illusory allies. I've got the Crystal of Azam. He isn't? Well, why, of course, I should have known someone of your talents would master even the ancient's arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. I just have to screenshot that line and share it with a friend. Once we are freed of the looming specter of Pandemonium, you must promise to share your knowledge. For the sake of thorough reports, of course. In the meanwhile, I shall focus on my efforts on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. I want those finger stalls that he has. There's my conveyance. Let's go. Pick up my wondrous tales. I will kill you.
魂を集める。我が使命。邪魔はさせない。
Why did they make him?
私の言葉が魔力を帯びる。凍てつけ。二重栄翔の脅威味わいなさい。凍てつけ。これくらいはしのいでちょうだい。出番は終わり。
戦うために呼ばれるとはいいぜ、暴れてやる。せいぜい楽しませてくれよ。この程度じゃ終われないよな。飛ばしてやる。戦う。古き魂食って戦う。
私は死んだはず。戦い続ける人間なのね。私の魔法を受けてみなさい。はずい。私の言葉が魔力を帯びる。見てつけ。二重栄翔の脅威味わいなさい。はずい。これくらいはしのいでちょうだい。出番は終わり。見てみ。
戦うために呼ばれるとは。いいぜ、暴れてやる。せいぜい楽しませてくれよ。この程度じゃ終われないよな。飛ばしてやる。時間切れだ。
また指をかかれたというの。蹂躙してあげる。
Impressive work, Baobao. Their memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. I am Athena, Chief Chi-Ward of Pandemonium, wife to Lala and mother to Erchthonius, and it is I who made Pandemonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. I know not what La Habrea has told you of me, but all that I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. Give Claudian back. Claudian. Ah, you must be referring to the man who set foot in Azazla. He is now indispensable to my work. Worry not, for I treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. You are as stubborn as La Habrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools I require to make one for you. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls you know quite well, La Habrea and Erchthonius. I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls, that with their help you may come to see clearly. How? Where are we? Surely these two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am surprised to find you here. At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this inequity. Is there somewhere we can speak without fear of interruption? Erchthonius? I don't know how long it's been, Baobao, but it's as good as ever to see your face. Would that it were under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we? And what events have led to this unexpected reunion? Ah, yes, I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think that it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why. Our age had its share of surprises if my memories are to be believed. The supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are, in a future where you, at least, still exist. Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on? Sorry about it. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form. As but memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. Of course. Agreed, but as memories given fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid Baobao in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Baobao. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandemonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own, a shortcoming we must remedy at once. We would do well to learn more of the Pandemonium now, dominating the landscape of souls. Baobao's colleagues will doubtless prove to be of value in that respect. Technically, they should all be giants. La Habrea is eyeing the frightened researchers with a mix of curiosity and derision. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Sir? Although you may be but a confluence of memory, it is an honor to meet the personages I have only read of in Baobao's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. It isn't my life I fear for. I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients, who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. But what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We can start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. Still she seeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it is known in this age, as the staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Ericthonius would never want that, but these emotions remain, in memory if nowhere else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate Pandemonium and seek out Athena. I will do my best. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. Yep, here you go. I trust you. All that's left is to cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? Sure. I have one question for you. Does the word Auracite mean aught to you?
Auracite? Why, yes, there are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legends of Ivalice and in tales concerning the Asian Lala. Well, in tales concerning an entity known as an Asian. This personage is associated with black Auracite, known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power.
I see. So time has not buried it.
Did for a while.
A long while. From the outside, Pandemonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there is no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it has been cleared of threats, La Brea and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandemonium's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. I knew you would come. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more real than La Brea or Ericthonius. Even so, I believe I have a grasp on the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I am sorry to say that I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I am oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. You're making me sad. There is no need for that pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion. Nothing worth shedding tears over. We can free you, just as we freed Igdistus. I thank you for the sentiment, but I am afraid that is quite impossible. Athena's grip on my mind is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Ericthonius, so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in this sea of ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you managed to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires.
Well, taken it all. Oh, that's nasty. Biblically accurate angel. What's happening?
Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for Baobao's success.
It's okay. I always win. It is real gross, though.
Pandemonium. Once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habrea's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena.
Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm coming. Indeed, I will cut my way through. No. I have everything now? No? Oh. There. There we go. Now I have everything.
魂なき器に生命宿りし伝道なり。
What you doing, Ginger?
我は生涯立ちはだかる城壁なり。この器は雲の特徴を有す。牢獄に招待しよう。 アテナ様のために。 国内の魔力を解き放たん。 我が意図を断裂するは困難なり。 絡め取り死をもたらそう。 どこに行こうと見逃さぬ。 アテナ様の力、その一点を見よ。国内の魔力を解き放たん。 絡め取り死をもたらそう。 どこに行こうと見逃さぬ。監獄すべてが貴様の敵だ。 我、大監獄パンデモニウムなり。 国内の魔力を解き放たん。 様の全力を見せよ。何度圧殺しても足りぬ。アテナ様、我が母君のため。串刺しだ。その魂の嘆きを聞かせよ。我が意図を断裂するは困難なり。監獄すべてが貴様の敵だ。
Good run, good run. Little bathroom break for me after this. No one stayed. At least no one opened the chests. Oh, I got a comm though. Oh, immediate cutscene, of course. Biblically accurate angel! That was a beautiful display as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Baobao, is that? More or less. Pandemonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Apologies for not coming sooner. This place is enveloped by some fell energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. I mean, it's not much more than you know. Okay, now a bathroom break.
Rightio. Speak with La Habrea. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandemonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandemonium itself with a soul. To breathe life into that which should never live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides toward figuring out how to stop her. A crystal card called the Heart of Sabbac may be the key. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy if not for a name that rang true to La Habrea's memories. The Heart of Sabbac. To you, the secret of the Ultima weapon's might, not least the spell known as Ultima, and a source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted this aura sight by an Asian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Oh? You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. If there is aught you are withholding, then it's my business. Very well. At present, the Heart of Sabbac itself is of greater moment. It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. Huh. This predates even Pandemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Auracite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we have ever seen, the Heart of Sabbac. Did Athena encounter Ultima the High Seraph, perchance? Just saying. An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the Heart of Sabbac is not the only Auracite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that Auracite magnifies the desires of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Auracite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the Heart of Sabbac? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memories stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with our own, she would be reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. Too darn right.
La Brea would discuss lingering questions concerning Athena.
I have told you all I know of Athena and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Sabak, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted?
During my fight with the Ultima weapon.
In which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day. An Asian. And this self-same Asian was later struck down at a location known as the Etherochemical Research Facility.
I've heard that name, and recently, the site of Professor Claudian's disappearance.
Indeed, he was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession, a signature that may well belong to the heart of Sabak, in which case it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed.
But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own?
Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for the lack of a physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief. As you well know, you were the linchpin for her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, and it has long since turned to dust. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Baobao. Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. While Erechthonius' perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Agdistis broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakened under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly.
Boy, this cure needs a lot of crit. Getting all my stuff melted. Machinist when it gets to 90.
この紅葉はアテナに仕向けられたものだろうか。君との戦いにふさわしい姿をずっと考えていた。私の全てを君に見せよう。これが私の転身だ。
Four arms to tank buster me with.
心が湧き立つのを感じるよ。光と闇、君を裁くのはどちらかな。エリギブスとして君を調停しよう。光と闇の均衡を保てるかな。君という存在を調停する。強いし魔力を解く走り。光と闇、君を裁くのはどちらかな。君という存在を調停する。この技で君を判じよう。限界さえ超えてみせよう。私は調停者。その命は絶対だ。 の技で君を判じよう。黒石魔力の解く走り。君という存在を調停する。この技で君を判じよう。この手に勝利を。私の存在を確認、現体を創造しよう。
Victory! Got you, Themis. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of aught else, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Free. Then I am no longer needed. Don't you dare. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. Your work isn't over yet. This warmth. You're either. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty.
Let us return to Arcthonius and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Baobao would guide you to our side once again. I am grateful she had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge with every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answer for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Baobao knows very well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of either. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories onto Claudian's soul while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the fullest extent of her desires. So that's why she has turned her sights toward Baobao. Her uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing her feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Baobao's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. Can't we simply remove Athena's memories from Claudian's body? An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudian. What makes him more suited than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Arcthonius. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. La Habrea would discuss the plan to bring about Athena's end. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable, as Lydivis was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. Baobao, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. God or no, I shall cast her down. If you have faith in your victory, then so do I. And we all appreciate Baobao's willingness to fling herself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Baobao. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in La Brea and prepare for the battle to come. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she'd never discovered the Orosite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I have asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear. What? Let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would not do so as La Brea, but as a father to his son. Okay, let us go.
else at this time of night. I just want to get this done. Let's go. longer because the party's about half full. It could fill very quickly. It's just not filling, and I don't really want to wait that much longer. So we will conclude the Pandemonium series on Friday or Saturday. Wishing everyone a lovely good night.